tonight will strengthen across eastern areas. It will bring in the odd shower. Very isolated. Rain for those who do see them. 1 or 2 over the hills. Could see a little bit of sleet and snow. But really for most of you tonight, it's going to be a dry night, a clear night and a cold one. Central western areas, a widespread frost into tomorrow. So our area of high pressure starts to build in this weekend. We're on the edge of it to begin with, and around the edges, which are going to be across eastern areas and down towards the south of England and Channel Islands. This is where we'll see the strongest of the winds. Bring in some patchy cloud, 1 or 2 isolated showers to begin with. That cloud will expand more widely. Still some sunny spells into the afternoon, but the sunniest conditions will continue in western Scotland and Northern Ireland. A colder day though, 6 to 9 degrees the highs. Down eastern coasts with the added wind chill, it'll feel closer to around 2 or 3. Now, some eastern areas will see the winds ease a touch into Sunday as the high pressure builds further, but it's in the south and southeast where the strongest of the winds will then be located, touching gale force towards the Kent coast. Like Saturday, we start off with some cloud in eastern areas, developing a bit more widely, some sunny breaks, best of which remain across western Scotland, Northern Ireland, and maybe down towards the English Channel. And then the days ahead, the dry theme continues into March. Isolated shower possible, but feeling cool, especially in the breeze in the south.
This is BBC News. I'm Lyse Doucet, live in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. Our top stories this hour. On the first anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, President Zelensky declares, "We endured, we were not defeated."
We've just heard a siren go off for the first time. We haven't heard that before.
In the past year, this conflict has killed tens of thousands of people, flattened cities, and forced millions to flee their homes. We look back at some of the key moments in this war. Solemn ceremonies are taking place all around the world, marking the day, including in the United Kingdom, where people have been marking a minutes of silence. And the U.S. announces new sanctions and an additional $2 billion support package aimed at undermining Moscow's ability to wage war in Ukraine. You join us today in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. And it was on this day 1 year ago that Russian warplanes were in the skies above the capital. Russian tanks and troops had rumbled across the northern border from Belarus and were said to be heading to Kyiv. And here in the capital, there were sounds of explosions and air raid sirens were sounding. Russia's invasion had begun. President Vladimir Putin said that he had launched a special military operation. It left Ukrainians shocked, saddened, many scared, and in many capitals, people were stunned as a member of the UN Security Council violated the borders of another country. 1 year on, Ukraine is still standing, supported by massive military and moral support, major financial and humanitarian assistance from countries around the world. And on that day, February 24th last year, the NATO military alliance convened an emergency session. Its Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said he condemned in the strongest possible terms the invasion of Ukraine. Jens Stoltenberg joins us now from the Estonian capital, Tallinn. Welcome to the program, Jens Stoltenberg. A year ago today, you called on Russian troops to withdraw, and yet all the signs are that they will intensify the war this year. What are your thoughts as the war enters its second year?